The river was not on any map, yet it flowed with a certainty that made it feel older than the land itself. It cut through dense forests and jagged stone, its surface dark and mirror-like, reflecting a sky that seemed just slightly different from the one above. People in the nearest village spoke of it carefully, as though saying too much might draw its attention. They said the river did not lead you somewhere, it chose where you would end up. Curiosity, as it often does, proved stronger than caution. The journey to find it took days, following broken paths and half-forgotten trails until the forest thickened and the air grew cooler. When the river finally appeared, it was quieter than expected. No rushing current, no crashing waves, just a slow, deliberate movement, as if it were thinking. There was a boat waiting at the edge. No rope, no sign of an owner, just a narrow wooden vessel resting against the bank. It felt less like a discovery and more like an invitation that had been patiently waiting. Stepping into it came with a strange sense of finality, like closing a door without knowing what was on the other side. The moment the boat drifted away from the shore, the world behind began to blur. Trees lost their shape, colors softened, and soon there was nothing but the river and the endless stretch ahead. Time became difficult to measure. The sky above shifted in subtle ways, stars appearing where they shouldn't, clouds moving against the wind. Then the river began to change. At first it was the reflection. The surface no longer mirrored the sky, but something else, fragments of places never visited, faces never seen, moments that felt both distant and familiar. Reaching out to touch the water sent ripples through those images, distorting them until they vanished. Soon after, the current grew stronger, guiding the boat toward a narrow passage between towering cliffs. The air there felt heavier, charged with something unseen. Strange markings covered the rock walls, worn by time but still carrying a sense of purpose, as though they were warnings left by those who had passed through before. Beyond the cliffs, the river widened again, but the world had changed. The sky was deeper, richer in color, and the land that stretched along the banks was unlike anything known, fields that shimmered faintly, trees with leaves that caught the light like glass, and distant mountains that seemed to shift when not looked at directly.